Hey there YouTube, Themper Mobius here, and we are gonna be playing some House Flipper. So in truth, I already went through and made all this stuff, and this is a post-making commentary. What you're seeing here is all the different furniture that I added from Fallout 4 into the game, so that I could use them on this house that we're gonna be making. I want to do theme houses, so that's what we're gonna be doing here. And today's theme is, pre-war Fallout build. So of course I start off with just cleaning up everything as quickly as I could. I just usually go through an entire house and sell everything that I can get rid of all at once, rather than doing it room by room. Yeah, so this kind of idea just came to me when I was watching a Let's Play from someone who's doing it, but they were just kind of doing just random things about the houses. They didn't really have a theme to them. And because of that, each house was kind of the same and kind of made it a little boring to watch after a while. The game got boring to watch because this is the same thing over and over again. So yeah, this is something that I want to try. Let me know if you guys enjoy it or not. Here I am, just making sure everything is nice and clean, super fast mode again. And something that I always do once I finish cleaning the house is getting rid of all the interior walls. Unfortunately, you can't edit the exterior walls, or I'd be doing that too. Someone should get a mod on that, because maybe I can look into that. I'm going to look into that, see if that's a thing that I can change. But yeah, then I had to get rid of all those little outlets and everything, and continued on just destroying everything that I possibly could. The reason that we chose this house is because we're, of course, doing a Fallout themed build, and in this house it actually has a little bunker underground, and I thought that was really cool. Yeah, I think that's the only time that I forgot to cut opening the store, because typically I cut opening the store because during a time lapse it looks really strange. So then I start laying out some of the walls. I end up going back and changing a lot of these walls because I forget that to set a door, you actually have to have the wall open. So I was just kind of, eyeballing where I want the door. But I end up changing that as well. That's a sliding door that is added from the marketplace. And of course, I redo this a bunch of times as well. So the intention here is that I was going to make a kid's room and the bathroom in the same location. It was just a good location for what the room already had. I think I end up making the bathroom a little bigger. No, I make the bathroom a little smaller and I make the kid's room a little bigger. This is what the bunker looks like in here. I end up getting rid of everything in the bunker as well, including all the walls, furniture, and just all the supplies. And this took forever. Each individual can, you can't just sell in bulk, so you have to sell them all individually. So you're just pointing the thing out, 1,000 times. On the left, you can see how the people just get angrier and angrier that I'm getting rid of all these supplies. But whatever. And then here we actually have me busting down the walls finally. So the thing about this area is that it's actually just one long hallway, this bunker. I don't know if there's actually different bunkers in the game, because this is the first bunker house that I've done. And unfortunately, it's just one long hallway. I think it would have been cooler to be a basement, but this one was not. And it also looks so much smaller once you get rid of everything. Here's me actually, decorating the baby's room. Once again, these are models from Fallout 4, textured from Fallout 4 as well. I was just kind of, making a kid's room. And I found a Baby Yoda on the workshop, so I kept that as well. And then here I am laying out the walls for the bedroom. This is just going to be a one-bedroom house with one bath. No, two-bedroom house, one bath. Right? Yeah. So this is the master bedroom, I guess you would call it. And then here I go in and paint the child's room blue. just to match the crib, and I think the house in Fallout 4, the player home, it actually was blue as well. I was trying to like base off like what that look was in Fallout 4, and just kind of go from there. I ended up reorganizing the furniture like a billion times, and like I don't know, I was just really tedious with it, picking lights and everything else like that too. I wanted to make the baby's room into where the bunker opening is. Sorry, give me 1 second, and then I'll keep talking again. So yeah, I ended up changing what I wanted these walls to be. So I go ahead and demolish all the walls and move them to the left a bit, getting rid of all of that stuff. Something I find really interesting that isn't really used in the game is that there's actual physics to all the objects. So like if you have something on the shelf and you get rid of the shelf, the object will actually fall. And it's like, I wish that was used more in the game, but it's like, I don't know what you would use it for. Like whatever, like I'm pretty sure this is either like a Unity game. Well, it feels like a Unity game. So it's like they, for whatever reason, have all that stuff enabled, which is interesting. But like it would be interesting to have like a mod in this game that you can just like, I don't know, Fusro DAW everything in a room. So I think this is pretty close to what the kids' room ends up being. And then when I started working on the bathroom, ended up not wanting to do tile on the walls and just ended up painting them a different blue, but it's pretty close to the one that's in the kids' room. Once I get rid of all of that, I end up trying to figure out where I want the shower, and I set up the shower and then immediately get rid of it because it's like, oh wait, I actually wanted it on the other wall, but I couldn't get it to go to the other wall, so I had to replace that, redo all that. And this was like the smallest shower, or one of the smaller showers, which is fine, whatever. Like I wish I could change the exterior windows because those always seem to get in the way whenever I'm trying to do bathrooms. Like I have more footage from another house that I did, and it's just like a nightmare working with the exterior windows. A lot of these pieces that are in the bathroom aren't actually from Fallout. Actually, I'm pretty sure nothing in here is from Fallout, but it was just like all the stuff that was already kind of fit with the other furniture in the house. So I didn't really need to add anything from Fallout from here. I was thinking about adding the shower, but it would just been like, it was too complicated of a model, and it wouldn't have really been able to use any of its like installation stuff. This is where the bulk of the furniture from Fallout actually is getting a bit added. This is where like our living space is. Yeah, so you can see we have the couch, the lazy boy, and the nightstand, or like the little small side table, and the radios on the right. Those rugs are, you know, from the game itself, the base game. Well, they might not be from the base game, but they're from the game. They might be a workshop item. I don't know. I can't remember. I ended up picking like an orange for the interior. I think in Fallout 4 it is just like blue, but I felt like this color was actually pretty nice. Nice mellow orange color. I think the orange kind of looked a little weird with all the wood because it was like a similar color, but I ended up going with it anyways. Oh no, I forgot. I actually did change it to like a really, really light green. Yeah, okay. So that ended up bothering me enough, I guess. Yeah, and I think that contrasts a little bit better with the wood furniture. I tried a red on this wall here, just to see what it would look like with like the blue kitchenware, and I did not like it. I don't end up changing it for a little bit, but that's like my worst decision in this was like that red. I did not like that red at all. But yeah. There's just me adjusting small stuff, and this is where the other like large amount of furniture from the game comes in. So we got the radio, like the tables and everything else like that. Then I realized like some of the furniture was still like a little too small, so I actually went in and edited the furniture. I made the fridge and the table bigger, and the stove does look small compared to the fridge, but compared to the countertop and the rest of the ovens or the stoves in the game, it is actually like pretty close to like the size it's supposed to be. So I don't end up increasing the size, but I'm still kind of debating whether or not I should. So if you guys think I should, let me know, because it does look a little small still. I ended up moving the fridge because it is like actually pretty big. I don't know if I'm going to change the depth or not with it, but for here I just ended up leaving it. Couldn't decide where I wanted the table or the counters or anything else like that, so I ended up switching everything around and getting rid of that sort of angled one and just making it on one side of the wall. And then ended up figuring out where I wanted the table and the chairs. You know, it's just me and the wife, so it's just, 2 chairs, whatever. It is a little cramped for like what the build was, but I think it still came out pretty well. It still looks like, a pre-war Fallout home. Yeah, this is just me trying to figure out what color I want for the kitchen. I think I ended up going with this blue. It matches pretty close to the furniture in here, which might be a bad thing because there's like zero contrast. Sorry, I had to turn on Do Not Disturb. And then I go back into the bedroom, and these are furniture that can be found on the workshop, I believe. And then like all these like cluttered decorations were all from the workshop as well. And I go through and just like add clutter. Clutter is what makes a living space feel real. Oh, and I don't know if anybody else has this in their family, but like my family has something they call a hope chest that sits at the end of the bed or like in the living room or somewhere. And I just like that idea, just like having like a legit ass treasure chest, and you just put like memento stuff in it. I tried to add like those dangly lights, but I don't know what it is, but like it was just like messed up in the game. Like the lighting was just messed up, so I ended up getting rid of it. And I paint the walls this like gray, this steel gray color for the bedroom. All the houses in Fallout 4, the pre-war houses, like had very simple interior color designs, but they were paneling. So I was looking for paneling originally, but I just wasn't able to find any that were like solid colors that you could actually tell was paneling. So yeah, we ended up going with just strong colors like that. I ended up not liking the above lights, so I ended up changing those just for like lamps around the place. Yeah, but I ended up really liking the bedroom. I think the bedroom was my favorite part, to make. And then we have the vault. So a lot of the stuff that you see in the vault was Vault-Tec stuff, obviously. And man, do I mess up these walls so freaking bad. So I ended up placing that wall that there's an option that makes the wall go the entire length, and I had that selected. And then I had to get rid of like 99% of it. And so I was just like devastated, like, oh my god, this is going to take forever. And then like I placed that wall, ended up not wanting it there either. And then I was like kind of thinking of like what look I actually like. And I ended up going for like a more open, like zero, like the rooms are divided, but they're not actually rooms. You'll see what I mean. It's just like one big room with slight divisions in it, but without like any solid, walls. You'll see what I mean. This bunk bed came with the game. Those chairs, the lockers, the sink was all added by me. This dresser was added by me. It's a Vault-Tec dresser. The ammo crates were in the base game. Well, actually, I think they're in the DLC, but like they're not added by me, basically. Boots are the same thing. All this like meal prepper stuff is already in the game, and then that's a vault suit. In the beginning of Fallout 4, you get a vault suit like right before you enter the vault, and it's like they're like packaged up, like sealed up. So I added that. I added a second dresser, and that's when I noticed like stuff falls in this game. And a Vault-Tec desk. I added a couple sinks here because it looked like sort of like when you're first coming into the vault, like this is where you get washed up. That was sort of the thought and the idea. And so like here's like the initial supplies. Like okay, you get come down here, use that stuff to wash up. And then I just ended up starting like adding the clutter afterwards. A lot of the clutter is just like supplies. So a lot of water, a lot of canned food, a lot of boxes, those sort of stuff. Oh, and TP. And with each of the stuff that I added, it was just like the value for the house goes up a little bit. And you can just, if you want to get like the maximum price for these type of homes, you just got to fill it up with all this food prep stuff as much as you can. Oh, and then I added a bunch of new cool weapons at the entrances. That was a good idea. Once again, you're just raising the value of this place. Vault-Tec storage, and then these posters are sort of like 50s-esque-ish. Yeah, so we're actually getting pretty close to the end. One of the last things I did was paint the house after mowing it. This is like 500 or 600 times speed. So I just mowed the lawn real fast. I ended up hitting the garden up thing just to see if I can get some value. I ended up getting 0 more value. So I was like, whatever, I just cut it out. But I don't know. The garden part of this game is kind of very tedious, so I don't like doing it very often. And the focus of this was the bunker and the interior. So, maybe I'll come back and when I add garden stuff. Because I do have some garden stuff that I had in mind of, placing it. But I don't end up using it in this video. Yeah, so I just ended up painting the house this light blue, nice easy paint. And I don't like going to a bunch of different paint jobs, and because you make so much money in this game is really easy to make. So I didn't really worry about like buying a bunch, like whatever, I'll use, $400 to buy paint, whatever. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, and then once we're done with the paint, I'll be able to show you guys the finished product. So yeah, painting's done, and let's check it out. So first off, we have the living room. I think it came out really cool. Like all the furniture that was added from Fallout go really well with the furniture that's already in the game. And because there's so many options for like the wood type, you could even match the wood type. Here's the bathroom. This is all, vanilla. Okay, it's not vanilla. This is all base game stuff or stuff from the workshop that I didn't make. But none of this stuff is Fallout. But I think it came out really well. It looks very much like it would fit in the Fallout world. Pre-war home. Here's just another shot of the living room. Once again, I think it came out awesome. A lot of the furniture just fits with this game. Here we have the baby's room. Most of the interior of the baby room was stuff from Fallout. Just another angle. I like those posters. Nice and cute. That wall there is kind of empty, but whatever. We have the kitchen. All the main furniture, except for like the counter space, is all from Fallout, so that's good. The bedroom, which I love, really nice. Fits really well. Like the bed a lot. Yeah, I think it fits really well, especially with the game. And then just a quick little walkthrough to see the rest of the house. I think it came out really awesome. And then we can finally put her up for sale. So this is actually the second time I put it up for sale, or put it up for auction. I ended up just going through and adding a bunch of like other survival stuff, just to increase the price a little bit. But it wasn't much. It wasn't worth showing on camera, I guess. I always end up asking for like more, like 25,000 to 30,000 more, and they usually say yes. So yeah, as you can see, we got an extra 24,000 on that one. We did lose, I think it was like 5,000 or something for canceling the last auction, but we made it up, obviously. And so yeah, pretty cool. So 78,000 or 79,000 for the game. And then here's the before and afters. So yeah, if you guys enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe, and if you guys want to get the mod, I have a video that goes over what I added on the modding channel, and I'll link that into the description, and in that video you have links to all the stuff. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.